conversation as well. Captain Shamkumar, your now thoughts, sir, on where the investigation is really headed as far as this particular case is concerned. We are in a way lucky that it seems as though this was going to be a much larger terror attack, and the devastation was possibly expected to be much higher as far as these terrorists are concerned. Our agencies have done a decent, rather a very good job of following that terror attack when the initial arrests were made in Faridabad day before yesterday. However, some panic buttons were pressed as soon as those arrests were made, and what's happened yesterday has then happened as a consequence of that, perhaps. That's what our initial assessment tells us. But I want to now understand from you, sir, when meetings now take place, the high level meetings that we're expecting shortly to be taking place at the Home Minister's residence as well, when that meeting does take place, what really is going to be the nature of discussion? Because this, do you think that this should be looked at as an isolated terrorism attack that has happened in the national capital, or this needs to be linked to what we've been saying for decades now, but at least for well over months this year, that is Pakistan and how to deal with Pakistan?
Thank you, Divya. Jai Hind, Sanavarna. It's very clear that 17 years, Delhi did not see any such incidents. We were fortunate. And behind that was our team, the police, law and order, intelligence agencies, and other responsible authorities. Pahalgaon, Operation Sindoor, and after that, we know world's opinion, we created, we took our own decisions, we didn't go to United Nations, we didn't go and ask anyone, we retaliated in a way which was seen by the world. We achieved our aim, and it continues as Operation Sindoor is continuing, because we say any further act of terror will be act of war. And in that context, as I said in the previous communication to you, we have been challenged at doorsteps. Exercise Trishul is on at West Coast, in which our forces are deployed and ready. And it has been a major exercise in the Indian Armed Forces history. And first time we have also carried out offensive posturing of amphibious landing on Saurashtra coast to understand that if there is a requirement to reach Karachi, it will be through that area and Sindh. We know Balochistan, we know Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, we know JPK, and the last part is Sindh, where we are heading at. We also must understand that GAPOK, firstly the Kashmir, which we made it a deemed territory, Article 70, the government is working to curb the menace and once for all sort out Pakistan. As I say, and you ask me, it is a linked process. This action, which incidents, is a linked process. It is not in isolation. Sleeper cells were being cleansed up. Home Minister had called up all the chief ministers after Pahalgaon. We removed the 5,000 people from border, from the Indian border to Pakistan. We cancelled visas. We saw all that 5-6 days of diplomatic endeavors after Pahalgaon attack, and then we reacted on 7th May. So it was a planned operation. India is working upon it. Lot of things are going on. Lot of things are going on at the government level. So it's a part of that. And since we are in a offensive posture after Pahalgaon, we have carried out Operation Sindoor, and it is continuing. Our Prime Minister had given the message from Madhubani on 24th of April that initiators, terrorists and perpetrators, also supporters, enablers and financiers, all this will be dealt with severely. So we started with the offensive posturing, and we are continuing the cleansing process. They have retaliated. There will be many sleeper cells all over India. We are directly linking these incidents to J&K, and that is visible because today's meeting at Home Minister's residence is also being attended by all the intelligence agencies, obviously Delhi Police Commissioner, IB and other intelligence agencies, and the DGP of JNK on video conference. So it is very clear and that area, and it is a process in which we have to continue curbing the menace of terrorism, and for that the consequences of military action is ever opened. I understand, and the nation understands the fallout of the economy on the war, the vestiges that we have. But when it becomes essential, we'll have to do it operationally. The armed forces are ready and deployed, and this is the time that in case there is any requirement, we will do the same actions as we did for Operation Sindoor. Although we are a mature democracy, and a calibrated response would definitely be seen from our government.
Right. Okay. All right. So stay on with me. Breaking news. More breaking news coming in. We're learning that two